Good evening. My name is Mr. Rademacher. This is what I look like without my mask on, guys. Welcome to the 2021 Honors Night. I think you're going to find out that this is an awesome night because we've got tremendous kids here at Bismarck, and at the end, I think there'll be a lot of evidence suggesting the same thing. First off, I want to make sure that I thank our kids for all their hard work. This has been a challenge this year, and you guys have risen to the occasion, and particularly the group of kids that we're going to honor tonight. I also want to honor our staff. What they've done outside of the norm has been nothing short of miraculous. So if you wouldn't mind, kids especially, give your staff, your teachers, a round of applause. And parents, I know that this has been a challenge for you as well, and it is every year, especially this year. So please, I want to say thank you to parents, grandparents, and anyone else who has been responsible for helping these outstanding kids achieve what they've achieved. And then lastly, our presenters who have taken the time out of their schedule. I'm glad you're here tonight, and we appreciate your sacrifice for being here as well. All right, so I'm going to start here shortly by introducing our first presenter, and then if you can, if it works out, that you, I've got an agenda up here. So if you want to introduce the next person, that would be great. After an award is presented, I'd ask that the presenter and the recipient step over to this area right here, and we've got a couple ladies that will take your picture over there, okay? At this time, I would like to introduce our first presenter, Sergeant Kirk.
Good evening. My name is Sergeant Kirk. It is my honor to be here on behalf of Marines out of the recruiting station Danville. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate this new class. I know you guys had a challenge this year, and I cannot, begin to understand what you guys have been going through. So congratulations, and I wish you guys the best of luck. My first award is my Scholastic Excellence Award. This award recognizes noteworthy academic achievements as well as leadership and excellence. This year's award is Morgan Miller. Okay. So my next award is the Simper Fidelis Music Award. This award recognizes your competent musician who has shown recognizes the competent musician who has shown yearly improvement, dedication, and enthusiasm. So this year is Deani Boyer. So, my next awards, I have two of them. These are my Distinguished Athletes Award. These awards recognize high school athletics for displaying courage, poise, self-confidence, and leadership. This year's winners are Eric Watson and Montana Reichman.
The Sons of American Revolution, or the SAR, and the Daughters of the American Revolution, which is the DAR awards, are prestigious national awards that are both intended to encourage and reward the qualities of good citizenship. In addition to being treated to breakfast with me. Normally, this time it didn't happen, so I owe you. The Vermillion County Principals Association has awarded scholarships to these winners in the amount of $100. And they're a little on the occupied side. So the SAR winner, slow down, is Mr. Eric Watson. And the DAR award recipient this year is Morgan Miller. Okay, and now, if I'm not mistaken, it's me. Sorry, I'm back here again. All right, the Vermillion County Principals Association scholarships are given out each year by the Vermillion County Principals Association in the areas of academics, vocational, athletics, and fine arts. This year, we had several apply for this scholarship, and this $500 scholarship award goes to Morgan Miller in the area of fine arts. Okay, now for the Dac Presidential Scholarships and Mrs. Hill.
Good evening. Thank you for having me, and congratulations to all of you. Very, very excited you made it through, persevered. I am here to announce the, first of all, I'm Tanya Hill from the Dac Foundation. I'm the executive director, and I have the fun job of going out and getting donors to give funds for these wonderful students for scholarships. So tonight I'm here to present the Dac Presidential Scholarships. They are awarded to students in the top 15% of their high school graduating class that have completed a Dac Foundation scholarship application. Each scholarship provides full tuition at Dac for 2 years. It is generously funded by the estate of Frank Brittingham, Danville Area Community College Foundation, and more than a dozen local donors who contribute to the Presidential Scholarship Fund. This scholarship is the highest academic scholarship given. It is my pleasure to congratulate this year's Dac Presidential Scholars from Bismarck, Henning, Rossville, Alvin, Morgan Miller, and Grace Omenson. I would also like to let all the students who have applied for the scholarships at Dac, please keep watching your student emails. We extended the scholarship this year to allow for a little bit more time. So we are still awarding, so continue to watch your Dac student emails. We just started awarding the end of last week, so keep an eye out. More to come. Now I would like to introduce my friend, Mrs. Simper.
Thank you, Mrs. Hill. Congratulations, seniors. Looking forward to a successful and very exciting next 4 years. I am here with Danville New Kiwanis, and you probably know about the Danville Kiwanis Pancake Day. We have that every year at the Civic Center. However, this year was a little bit different. We still were able to raise over $20,000 with the help of Don and Deanna Witzel with the McDonald's Corporation. So with that being said, we have been able to give away scholarships this year, and I would like to present your very own Parker Stone Cipher with a $500 scholarship in recognition of her academic achievement. Mr. Finley.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for letting me come and present on behalf of Longview Bank and Trust for the Longview Bank and Trust Senior Ag Scholarship. My name is Clayton Finley. I was a 2006 graduate of BHRA. Currently reside just out of Bismarck and have worked for Longview Bank and Trust for about 3 years now as the Vice President of Ag Lending. So I stand in front of you to commend BHRA on having the foresight to bring the FFA program in Ag back into the classroom in Bismarck. A rural community such as this needs this program, and I hope that we're able to continue this on for years to come. The owners and board of directors of Longview Bank and Trust would like to show their commitment to providing opportunities for students to pursue a career in Ag with our third annual Longview Bank and Trust Senior Ag Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 to a senior FFA student. We hope to be able to continue to partner with the FFA program and BHRA for many years to come. On behalf of myself and Longview Bank and Trust, I would like to congratulate this year's winner, Parker Stonecipher. And next up, we have Mrs. Lane with the Henning Civic Club.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here this evening on behalf of the Henning Civics Club as we honor all of these outstanding young men and women. For the last several years, we have provided 2 scholarships to the Bismarck, Henning, Rossville, Alvin students with an emphasis on education and community service. It's my pleasure tonight to award these scholarships to Grace Amundsen and Parker Stonecipher. And next is Mrs. Shepard.
Good evening. Miley Reed graduated from Bismarck Henning High School in 2009. She was very involved in school activities. As an athlete, she was a cheerleader and ran track all 4 years of high school. Miley also was involved outside of school with mission trips and Habitat for Humanity. She was an active member of the Second Church of Christ. After high school, Miley attended Olivet Nazarene University in Bourbonnais. Miley continued to be active throughout college, serving as a residential assistant and working in the Student Life Center. She was an intramural supervisor and played flag football. She student taught at Mark Twain Elementary in Kankakee, Illinois. Miley earned her bachelor's degree in early childhood education in 2013. The Miley Reed Memorial Foundation will be awarding a $1,000 scholarship to an outstanding BHRA student that is going to pursue a career in education. The Reed family is proud to announce that this year's recipient of the 2021 Miley Reed Scholarship is Parker Stonecipher. Somebody took the sheet. Is that next? The one and only Mr. Hagley. Sorry about that.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dac Hagley. I'm the president of the Bismarck Men's Club. Those that don't know what the Bismarck Men's Club is, we're an organization here in Bismarck, full of fathers and sons within the Bismarck community. We just really raise money and throw it back into the community. And luckily enough for us, we have the support from our community. We're able to give out 4 memorial scholarships and 1 trade school scholarship. So for the first memorial scholarship, I have Ariana Carr. Grace Omenson. Olivia Omenson. And Trenton Spicer. And for the technical scholarship, we have Isaiah Lusk. That's all I got.
The Lorry Dreadnought Memorial Scholarship is being established in Lorry's memory to help in some small way a deserving student to achieve a college education. Lorry was killed in an automobile accident on March 24th, 1990. She was a member of the graduating class of 1978 from Bismarck-Henning High School. While a student at Bismarck, she was involved in many activities. She was on the student council, class officer, chorus, worked in the office of the principal, was organization editor of the yearbook her senior year, always helped on the building of the floats, decorating for school activities, or wherever her help was needed. Lorry was voted the queen at the 1977 prom in her junior year and then was elected homecoming queen in the fall of 1978. Lorry was very aware of how very important it is to further one's education. Even though she did not pursue her goal of a college education immediately upon high school graduation, she did start working toward her degree after her marriage and her employment at college. While being a full-time wife, working full-time, and the last 3 years being a full-time mother, her dream of receiving her college degree was fulfilled after working for 8 years to accomplish this. She knew that if you worked hard enough and wanted to set your goals toward this end, you could accomplish this by desire, determination, perseverance, and the love and support of your family. The criteria for this award is to be a responsible individual, demonstrate leadership ability, be ambitious, hardworking with the desire to succeed, and to pursue a degree in business management, child psychology, or the field of education. I think both of these young men show all of these qualities. So I have 2 awards for $500 each that go to Eric Watson and Ethan Hickman. Scholarship I have this evening is the Kelly Grindstaff Tidwell Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship will be given to a student going into the field of elementary education and was carefully selected by the school. The scholarship has been made available to honor a former 1979 graduate of Bismarck-Henning High School, Kelly Grindstaff Tidwell. Kelly was very active in her school and excelled in the classroom. Kelly graduated with a GPA of 4.26 out of 5. She received an Associate of Science degree from Dac in 1981, holding a GPA of 4.5. She was on the Dean's List all 4 semesters and earned the Mary Miller Scholarship Award. She went on to receive a bachelor's degree from Southern Illinois University in 1983. She was on the Dean's List and received an honors award from the College of Education. She then furthered herself and received a Master's of Education at George Mason University in Fairfax, okay, I'm not sure if I have that right or not, Virginia. Kelly began her teaching career, substitute teaching in Vermillion County. She took her first full-time position in Reston, Virginia, and taught kindergarten for a year. She was then hired by the County Virginia School District and primarily taught 2nd and 3rd grade for 15 years at Spring Hill Elementary School in Virginia. She was the first entry-level teacher to reach the exemplary level in teaching. Kelly left teaching when her twins were born and her family moved to Roswell, Georgia. She returned to teaching again when her children entered school. Kelly's return to teaching was cut short by a long battle with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. She wanted nothing more than to live, share her story of recovery, raise her children, and continue to teach. She grew strength and comfort from this Bible verse, Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. While in remission, Kelly had several speaking engagements. She encouraged everyone to look for the God moments in their lives. She said they are simply everywhere. Kelly left this life on July 7th, 2010. Kelly was not able to continue sharing her message, so we do it in her honor. Kelly would be so honored to know this memorial scholarship has been set up in her name. It is only fitting that it goes to a student who shares her passion in furthering their education to become a teacher, a student that embodies her work ethic as well as the determination to press on and give everything they've got in the face of obstacles. On behalf of the family and friends who have donated the scholarship fund, it is my privilege to award the Kelly Grindstaff Tidwell Memorial Scholarship to Elijah Tidwell. I would like to wish you much success in your teaching career. The next speaker is Mrs. Gaminsky.
Good evening. The Douglas and Grace Harris Scholarship is given each year to a graduating senior who plans to continue his or her education at a four-year college or university. It is given on behalf of the Harris 4 children who attended Bismarck-Henning High School. It is very expensive to put many children through college at the same time. Therefore, preference is given to applicants whose siblings are currently enrolled in college. The purpose of this scholarship is to help and encourage a deserving young person to reach their full potential and find a rewarding career. This year's recipient of the Harris Scholarship is Eric Watson. Each year, the BHRA Education Association awards a scholarship to a student pursuing a career in a field of education. This year's recipient is Parker Simper. The next presenter is Ms. Nicholas.
Patricia and James Pelly own land in the Bismarck School District. To honor their memory and to encourage other students to pursue post-secondary training, the Pelly's grandchildren, Jim Rice and Ruth Risser, have chosen to present two $500 scholarships to two graduating seniors of Bismarck-Henning Roswell Allen Cooperative High School. These students must have had at least a C average. This year, the recipients are Ariana Card and Aniston Myers.
Bodensteiner, but Mr. and Mrs. Bodensteiner are planning to come as soon as they're finished with the Lions Club meeting, so I'll go ahead and present my awards. I'm Mrs. Stevens, the school counselor, and I will be giving out the Illinois State Scholar Program certificates. This program recognizes students for outstanding academic achievement. State Scholar designation provides honorary recognition to the top 10% of graduates based on GPA and state testing scores. When I announce your name, you can go ahead and stand in front here and I'll give you your certificate. The recipients this year are Mercedes Barrett, Evan Maxwell, Morgan Miller, Grace Omenson, Olivia Omenson, and Eric Watson. Congratulations. I'd also like to recognize several of our students who have received outside awards and scholarships through their universities and other organizations. Some of them are over there, so I'm going to skip a few. These students include Haley Hill. Who wants to come on up? Haley's received the Lowell and Florence Crawford Scholarship, which is a full ride to DAC. It covers books, tuition, and fees. She's also received the Andrews Brummett Memorial Scholarship for $1,000 and the Kane Kendall County's 40 and 8 Nursing Scholarship for $500. Ryan Bostwick. Ryan received the Sergeant Myron Deckard Scholarship for $500. Mercedes Barrett. Mercedes will be attending EIU and has received the Distinguished Merit Award for $4,000 per year and the Merit Bonus for $500 per year, all of those renewable for 4 years. Aniston Myers. Aniston received the Laura K. Gerton Believe It and Achieve It Scholarship worth $1,000, which is in memory of Mrs. Gerton, the former principal at Bismarck-Henning Elementary. Ethan Hickman. Ethan received the Mervis Scholarship from DAC worth $1,000. Lainey Dickinson. Lainey will be playing softball at DAC, and she received an athletic scholarship for full tuition and fees worth approximately $10,000. Parker Stonecipher. Parker received the Vermillion County Retired Teachers Association Scholarship for $750. Jada Bryant. I don't think Jada's here, but she signed today with Lincoln College, where she's going to be wrestling and playing softball. Her wrestling scholarship is $8,000 a year, and softball is $3,000 a year. Scholarship worth $5,000. Taylor Myers. Taylor received the Vermillion County Health Improvement Association Scholarship for $1,000. Eric Watson. Eric received an academic scholarship to Illinois Wesleyan. In addition, he's going to be playing football there. And Olivia Omenson. Olivia received the Presidential Scholarship to EIU, which is the highest scholarship they give out. It covers full tuition for 4 years. Congratulations, students. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. Like Mrs. Hill said earlier, Dac is still awarding scholarships, as well as several other organizations. So I will submit this on our website and to the newspapers for a full list, but I don't think this class has finished earning money quite yet, but they've done an excellent job so far, so congratulations. And I'm not sure if the Bodensteiners are here. I don't think they are. So we will skip on to Mr. Johnson.
Good evening. It's my honor this evening to present some very prestigious awards. One is our Most Valuable Athlete Award, and it's awarded every year to the student athlete who has accumulated the most points. We have a point system that we start assigning points when they're freshmen. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a senior, but it certainly can be. One thing you have to understand about the awards this year is it's very difficult to give out at this time. We still have boys track, girls track, baseball, softball, and wrestling going on. So we have 5 sports still going, and there's a lot of points to be had out there. So what I'm going to do tonight is give you my best guess of who it might be. For the boys, and I'd like to have these 2 and then 1 junior come out, Brody Sexton, Isaiah Lusk, and the junior is Eli Majanji. Okay, and the girls could possibly be Lainey Dickinson, and our junior, who obviously is not here, Sophia Rome. The Vermillion Valley Conference every year awards all-conference academic team, and the criteria for making this team, you must have a 3.75 grade point average, which is quite remarkable in itself from my standpoint. And then you must be involved in a Vermillion Valley Conference sponsored sport or activity. Mr. Benjamin's going to help me hand out the certificates here. Please come forward. Jacob Darby, Ethan Hickman, Haley Hill, Anthony Jordan, Evan Maxwell, Morgan Miller, Taylor Myers, Montana Reitzman, Trenton Spicer, Andrew Tingley, and Eric Watson. We're very proud of these young people's accomplishments. Wish them the very best in their future. Thank you. Next, with the Student Council, is Mrs. Russell.
Good evening. I'm Mrs. Russell. I'm the sponsor for the Student Council, and I would like to recognize the senior Student Council members. We have a 2-year senior Student Council member, is Eric Watson. We have 3-year Student Council members, which include Hunter Howe, Harley Jacobson, Taylor Myers, Olivia Omenson, and Parker Stonecipher. We also have 4-year Student Council members, which include Mercedes Barrett, Ariana Card, Haley Hill, Morgan Miller, Grace Omenson, Aiden Tower. Thank you so much, seniors, with all of your work this year. It has been quite different, but we were able to do some fundraising activities, specifically with the Danville Cancer Center. So we did a couple of new things this year that I think went well. At this time, I'd also like to recognize our senior officers. And we're going to start with Miss Ariana Card, who is our Student Council President this year. Miss Morgan Miller is our Vice President this year. Grace Omenson was our Treasurer. Stonecipher was our historian. Ariana Card is going to present the Teacher of the Year Award, and then I'll do the Judy Park Awards.
Hello.
Our Teacher of the Year award is Miss Kitchens. We nominate Senorita Kitchens for Teacher of the Year. She makes every day fun and puts so much of her time into making sure our lessons and activities are fun. She is so kind and she makes sure her students feel safe and comfortable in the classroom. Senorita is there for her students, and if we are ever having a bad day, her class always makes us feel better.
I will also be presenting the Juvian Eggy Park Senior Achievement Award. This award was originally established by Mrs. Park in 1971. It is now being continued on by their son, Tracy, in both of their names. It is given to a senior boy and girl who have accomplished some feat or progressed in some phase of athletic endeavor. It is not given for ability, but to someone who has exhibited some trait of character that exemplified the philosophy of Coach Park. Our two award winners are Mr. Eric Watson and Ms. Morgan Miller.
Each year, Bismarck hosts the Golden Ruler Award for Excellence in Education and Excellence in Teaching. This last couple of years, due to the COVID scenario, we haven't had those. So we've got two awards I'd like to honor here. And normally we have a banquet here, and I actually see some volunteers out in the audience who normally help with this, but we host it for the whole county. And it's unfortunate that they didn't have the opportunity to be honored in front of the peers in the county, but so that's why I wanted to add this to our honors night tonight. And I want to read to you what went into the program that was sent out. So first off, if they could just come on up here, Mr. Hasty and Miss Kelly Strader. Take your mask off so I can see you. I just wanted to see if I could get the nurse to take her mask off. The 2020 recipient was Mr. Hasty, and James Hasty teaches science and math at BHRA. In addition, he also heads up chess, Scholastic Bowl, and WISE teams. He's an outstanding educator who consistently puts students' needs first, from the students with learning disabilities to the advanced calculus students. His selfless attitude and abounding energy has consistently been a shining example for both students and staff alike. Mr. Hasty. And the 2021 recipient is Kelly Strader, Nurse Kelly, as we know her. Her role in our school has always been demanding, but her responsibilities throughout this past year have been nothing short of overwhelming. Everyone has stepped up this year, but without the guidance of our school nurse, we would have struggled. Through symptoms and quarantines, she has pushed through with confidence to help keep our community healthy. Having Nurse Kelly taking care of all of us makes us feel safe. Nurse Kelly. I think that was a violation of some sort. All right, and now I think, are we ready? Did the voting center show up? Okay. Okay, we'll move on to the departmental awards, and I think Mr. Benjamin is going to award the art award.
I'm probably the least qualified to give an art award. My stick figures don't even look like sticks. So. But I have 2 art awards to give out. The most improved artist goes to Rylan Whiteman. And our outstanding artist goes to Morgan Miller. Our next departmental award is Ms. Frericks with our Buen Estudiante.
Good evening. First, I'd like all the Spanish 4 students just to stand for a moment. These students here and a handful of others committed to 4 years of studying a foreign language. Take a good look at them. If you would like to go to a Spanish-speaking country, I would take one of them to get you kind of around. Their ability to speak a foreign language has grown tremendously this year. And I appreciate them going through with all of the crazy things I asked you to do. And getting up early, exactly. This year's Buen Estudiante Award goes to Haley Hill. Our next presenter is Mrs. Hyde.
Family and Consumer Sciences Award goes to a junior that I've had in class for 6 semesters. As a freshman, I had her 2 years in orientation. As a sophomore, 2 years in foods and nutrition. And this year, a semester of adult living and now in parenting. I'm pleased to announce that this year's Family Consumer Sciences Award winner is Leslie Lau. Up next is the English award with Ms. Mathis.
I didn't prepare a speech, even though I'm the English department. So anyways, on behalf of our department, I am proud to give this year's awards to Ryan Boswick and Taylor Jett. And now my fellow English teacher and PE teacher, Sanders.
I'm also an English teacher who did not prepare a speech. This year's Physical Education Award winners are Montana Reitzma and Trenton Spicer. Next up is Mr. Hasty.
Every year it's a challenge because I usually have a group of great students in calculus. This year's no exception, but this year's award goes to Grace Omenson. I have Mr. Head up here so we can do the science awards. We give 2 science awards, one in physical science and one in biological science. This year's physical science award goes to somebody who just today said that she didn't know if science was her thing, Morgan Miller.
Life Science Award this year goes to Grace Owenson. Next up is Mrs. Kaminsky.
Like all the other department awards, the Social Science Department Award is never an easy one to award. We have a number of students who have completed 4 semesters of our dual enrollment courses, which allows them to earn high school and college credit at the same time. So this year we have 2 recipients. Their averages are within 0.5% of each other, and I've gone to calling them the writer and the talker. One writes phenomenally well, has very good grasp of complex concepts, doesn't say a peep in class. The other talks nonstop, in a good way. He has a great concept, fill of a concept, he has a good argument system, and he's just a pleasure to have in class, as are all of them, but I'm limited to 2. Next year I'll argue for 3. But this year our award winners are Ryan Bostwick and Anthony Jordan. The next presenter is Mrs. Campbell. This year the Business Department Award goes to somebody who has taken 3 of my classes this year, and I feel horrible for him. But he's taken every class that he could with me, and he does an excellent job, and I'm so proud that he's actually going into the world of business when he goes off to college. So I'm very proud of Ryan Stevens for winning this award. Good evening. I am going to be giving 2 Agriculture Department awards this year. They are both to truly outstanding seniors who have been a part of the agriculture program for the past 3 years since we started. They are Caleb Busick and Parker Stone Simper.
I'm John Rothstein with the Bismarck Lions Club. We have our meetings at 7 o'clock on 1st and 3rd Monday night, so we were a little long-winded. But I wanted to thank everyone for all your help that you give us raising money. We've had a real rough year in that we've missed 2 of our fundraisers, but we have found out. Mr. Radmacher, thank you for allowing us, probably, unless the sky falls in, on having our annual fish and corn feed here. So we'll be able to continue giving scholarships. We are giving 2 $1,000 scholarships this year. And the first one goes to Trenton Spicer. The second scholarship, $1,000, also goes to Eric Watson. gentlemen did help us at numerous events that we have held, fish fries and our pancake and sausage. So thank you for that. And with no further ado, I guess I'll turn it over to the director.
It's pretty good timing, John. So I mentioned earlier we've got pretty great kids, and I know you've seen a lot of academic excellence out there, but I just want to attest that they're just great people, and I enjoy being around them. So thank you to our students. So give them a round of applause. Someone has to put this program together, and every year Mrs. Stevens, and she's still scurrying around working on things, does a great job with this. Our program was a little bit shorter this year because we wanted to kind of limit it to seniors. But Mrs. Stevens just continues to rise to the new challenges, and please give her a round of applause. And again, I want to thank the presenters for being here tonight. That's truly an honor. We do have, and also thank you real quick to Mrs. Hyatt's foods class. They do have refreshments out there, wherever she is right now. If you don't mind making it more of a grab and go instead of sit around and converse like we have in the past, but there's some cookies and I think some drinks out there as well. So I just want to say thank you all for coming, and again, thank you to the people at home for watching, and I appreciate your time with us tonight. Have a good night.